So the long-awaited story. So Bear, my little boy Baylor, he's almost a year old, and he's like the happiest kid, right? Like he just loves everything. Well, it turns out he loves but also fears plants. So
wait.
Yeah.
He's like,
Like I've told you guys how like he loves decorations, like any paintings. He's like reaching out. He wants to go see it. He loves the little drawing of himself that someone gave us, and
He's vain.
but like I think we were at the Bradshaws and they have a bunch of plants by the door, and he was like reaching for it. So I like walked him over there, and he was like, like he couldn't do it, and then he was like. And he would like hold on to me, and then he would like reach out, and then he'd like turn around and like hold on to me, just like terrified. And I'd like try and put him closer, and he'd be like climbing up me, like just so scared. But also he wanted to see it because like I'd walk him away. I'm like, okay, you're scared, like I'll take you away. And then he'd be like, and just like so like just
he's like, it's scary, but I want to know.
yeah.
I
And
wanna
so
know.
every morning since then,
Can you show me?
I was waiting for that. Anyway, continue.
you know that fake plant you got me for my birthday?
Yeah.
I love that thing. But anyway, every morning I've been taking Baylor, and we've just been like going closer.
Exposure
and going-
therapy.
Yeah, exposure therapy. Like going closer. And now he'll go up and he'll just like touch it. And then we were at the Bradshaws yesterday, and they had like some flowers on the counter, and he was like, so I take him over there, and he was just like touching him, and he's like good now. I was like, yeah.
What it's like to be a parent.
And it's just so funny. I should have like done
win
like
is a win.
I should have done a time lapse of us every morning just like getting closer.
That's
Getting
so
closer.
cute.
But yeah. Anyways.
I still just Hey everybody, you're listening to Discussions with Heidi, Nat, and Kim.
We're three sisters who talk about anything and everything while playing trivia.
We can't promise we'll always stay on topic, but we can promise we'll always be safe for work. Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoyed today's episode. So, today we're going to be talking about the opposite of a TED Talk, and also a TED Talk. So, like, I feel like it's a common phrase these days where you're like, thanks for listening to my TED Talk, when you just like kind of rant about something or whatever. So that was kind of like what gave me the idea. But anyway, we're going to be talking about things that we would give a TED Talk on and things that we would not, like the opposite of a TED Talk. So I don't know what you guys were like really were thinking, but like it can be things that you would give a TED Talk on just because like you're passionate about it, or you like to talk about it, or you know a lot about it. Or things that you wouldn't just because you like suck at it, or you don't know anything about it, or I don't know, things like that. So
Oh, I just thought of one.
oh, what was it?
I cannot do a TED Talk on card shuffling.
Card shuffling.
I don't shuffle cards.
You could do a TED Talk on like the evolution and practice of card shuffling, how you practiced your heart out and finally got it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
No, you got me a card shuffler. You enabled my
I know, right?
my bad behavior.
So really your TED Talk is, if you can't do something, find technology that will do it for you.
Yeah, work smarter, not harder
Yeah,
is what
there
I
you
say.
go.
That's my TED Talk.
Actually, did you know I had this teacher? So I went to UVU for high school, or in high school, to do like concurrent enrollment classes pretty much. And one of my teachers, she was like enthralled by my story that like I was going to high school, like I was in high school and then taking college credit, like college courses, like at the college. And so she was literally like, if you ever want to like make a talk and like present it in like this conference, she's like, I'll help you do it.
What?
And I was like, talk about what? And she's like, just like your life and like about hard work and like what it takes and like what it means. And I was like, I'm just trying to get through high school. I'm just like,
You're like,
bro, I'm 16.
Like, so you reward my work with more work.
yeah. But like at the same time, I was like, actually, I'd be pretty down. I kind of like public speaking, but also I hate it. So it's like, but if it's something that like I'm really passionate about and like I really know a lot about, then I could probably speak about it, be fine with it. But like,
yeah, I'm kind of the same way because I I like the idea of being able to prepare what I'm going to say ahead of time. But also I don't like speaking in front of a lot of people, so it's like anyway. Oh,
Peaceful morning.
who has their trivia ready? Because I forgot
Me.
to get it ready. Okay, go.
Well, I don't know if we've had this question already, so if we have, I can do another one.
Okay.
Because I was going through and trying to erase the ones you've already done. But anyway, okay. What is the highest grossing movie of all time? Have we done this one?
No.
Okay. A, Titanic. B, Avatar.
Avatar.
C, Avengers Endgame. Or D, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Discuss.
I actually think it might be. Wow, I just like blinked. You said what was the third one?
Titanic, Avatar, Avengers Endgame.
Avengers Endgame, because they re-released it back into theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Avatar was the highest grossing, and then Avengers Endgame was like really close, and then they like put an added scene at the end or something, and so people like went back to go rewatch it, and I think that's it.
Okay. Nat, what do you think?
That sounds good.
It was Avatar.
Oh no.
It's because I think they also re-released Avatar because they realized Avengers beat it out, and then like, yeah.
Oh. Well,
I think during
like that in
COVID they
2020.
re-released it. Yeah, but I think also with they compared it also with the cost of movies, and like made sure the inflation rate was accurate. So I think Avatar, because I remember when Avatar came out and people could not stop talking about it.
I
same
still
with
haven't
Endgame.
seen it.
I told you it's Pocahontas. You've already seen it.
No, it's you have to see it at least once, I think. But yeah.
I'll totally watch
Also,
it.
as a
I'm scared.
kid watching it, it just weirded me out a little bit. But
There's some parts
There's
yeah.
some parts that I was like,
I don't know. I just remember this guy like getting in this like tan bed thing. Like it looks like a tan bed, like a tanning bed.
A tan
he's
bed.
just getting a tan.
Yeah, but
But
blue.
then he like just becomes blue person and like has to help this like
We need to-
society. And I was like, yeah, I'm not interested.
I cannot wait for you to watch it now. You have to go see it and then report to us how you
Yeah.
feel.
Maybe.
That's pretty spot on. It's not. It's really not.
It looks like this tanning bed, okay? It also came out when I was like, what, 12?
No. Oh. No, before that.
When did it come out?
I think 2010.
Okay, I was gonna say 10, but I was like, I don't want to like,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
look it
want to
up.
like lowball it.
I don't know.
Avatar release date 2009.
Oh,
Christmas time. So you were 9 when it came out.
What 9-year-old wants to watch that?
A lot.
Especially a girl. Like, I couldn't watch Lord of the Rings and such when I was younger, because like it just made me sad.
Oh.
But now I love it
Oh.
because I am sad. Just kidding.
Because I'm always sad, so it
'Cause
doesn't
I
make it
relate.
different.
Always sad. So I'm fine. I'm fine.
That's right.
Anyway,
Love that. Okay, cool.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Avatar.
When I was thinking about things, I was curious to see what celebrities had given a TED Talk. And so just like some random celebrities that have given TED Talks. Chris Hemsworth. Mike,
on what?
I don't know. I don't know his. I know one of them, but the rest I just was like, oh, whoa, he's done one.
Yeah.
So Chris Hemsworth, Mike Rowe, America Ferrera,
Oh.
Justin Baldoni, which he did it on like redefining masculinity.
I
and,
actually
like, what
watched
it means
it.
to be a man. Yeah.
I love him. We love Raphael.
Adam Driver.
Oh, really?
About what?
I don't know.
Team
Kid
Kylo Ren.
Cudi. Kid Cudi.
I could see that more than Adam Driver.
Really?
The heck is Kid Cudi?
He's a rapper.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So yeah, I was like, whoa, okay, all right. Anyway,
What if I told you Kid Cudi was a scientist? Would you have believed me then?
No.
You're gonna be like, sounds about right. Sounds about like a rapper's name.
Kid Cudi sounds like a rapper's name, but not a scientist's name.
I should have said rocket scientist.
what? It's not Bill Nye.
Bill
That's
Nye
surprising
is an
though. That
artist.
is a surprising list. America Ferrera, what did she talk about? Traveling pants?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
She was
don't know.
Carmen from.
Let me
Sister
see if I
Charlie.
can pull it up real
No.
quick. America
Ferrera. Yeah, I
She's
want to
also
know.
Astrid
TED Talk.
in
I forgot about that.
In what?
How to Train Your
How to
Dragon.
Train Your Dragon.
That's right.
Is called Your
Astrid.
Identity is Your Superpower. So whatever that
Ooh.
is. What is the main idea of America Ferrera's TED Talk? Urging people to question their own fundamental beliefs and to lead their actions in accordance with their values.
That's good.
Sounds deep.
That's good.
I think we should like watch these and then like come back and talk about them.
I did watch a vulnerability one by Brene Brown, which I love
Oh,
her. Hers is really good, so I would recommend that one. Not a celebrity, but a celebrity in my eyes.
Yeah, same thing. One of my favorite psychologists, researcher. I don't know. Her name's Carol Dweck.
Favorite psychologist.
Stop. Okay.
Wait, you're saying that you don't have a favorite speech pathologist?
Yeah.
Yeah, ew.
I can't name one. I don't even know what my professors' names are.
Anyway, so your favorite psychologist, Carol.
Carol Dweck.
Okay.
She had a TED Talk, and that's what first led me to her. But she has a book called Mindset that I think I've told you guys
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
So yeah, she has like a mini version of the book in a TED
I'm
Talk.
gonna add that to my. I'm gonna add that right now to
So,
my
yeah.
list.
Life-changing stuff, man.
Mindset. 'Cause I do try to read, some good nonfiction, make me think kind of books sometimes. So I need to balance it out. Cool.
Not me. Once I graduate, I'm going all in on the fan fiction stuff. Just kidding, not fan fiction, but like
I was
fiction.
like, Wattpad?
Wattpad.
Oh,
Don't
gosh.
even talk to me.
Oh,
That used to be
dear.
my jam.
Really?
Yeah.
You were a
On
Wattpad kid?
Wattpad all the time.
I wasn't.
Now I know how you tolerate some of the things you read, man. All right.
You're not wrong, honestly.
Okay. Anyways, have you thought of anything?
Well, what I couldn't give a TED Talk on is like anything, electronic. I feel like computer.
Oh, yeah, that was on my
Computer.
list.
Like,
yeah.
I know enough to get by. I know enough to finish my assignments and turn them in, and that's it. But it's just a good thing that I'm marrying somebody who knows all about it, so I don't
Right.
have to do it.
Retweet.
Yeah.
I thought of computer science stuff, but more specifically, I put stats.
Oh.
Stats is the bane of my existence,
Ooh.
okay?
Oh, I just thought of another.
You just thought of another?
Thought of another.
Thought of another.
Finance.
Finance, okay.
Dude, your girl can't save a penny. Okay? Like, it's gonna be a struggle. And like,
Yeah, you should probably look up some TED Talks about that maybe.
Come back to us with what you learned.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
But yeah, I have taken stats 3 times and I still don't understand it really. So,
Didn't you take that last semester?
I took it a year ago.
A year ago. It's so fresh in my brain that you took it that I.
it's so fresh.
Wow,
Okay.
it was like exactly a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Ow,
this is not where I was.
Stab my eye.
Sorry.
Hello.
I had one that I wanted to do and then it pulled up to not that part.
Oh, sad. I hate when that happens.
Jeez. Okay. Well, another one.
Another.
Another one. Who's that?
Sounds so familiar. I don't know.
I forget what his name is. Now I'm.
DJ
Khaled. Yep. There it is.
What?
You said what's it from?
Did
you
we?
don't even know.
Did we talk about? Did we do the question about the rarest blood type?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured out my blood type.
Oh, you
I
did?
feel
What
proud
is
of
it?
myself.
What is
it's
it?
O positive. It's the most common one. I'm not unique. It's okay.
I would spiral. I don't want to know what mine is.
Okay.
Okay.
What year did Barbie come out? 1958, 1959, 1956, or 1961?
1959.
1961.
1959.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm so excited about the Barbie movie, related but unrelated.
Oh, that could, yeah.
Have you seen the
Sounds gonna
trailer
be
for
funny.
it? So they actually had her wear Barbie's first ever outfit in the trailer. Incredible.
They did their homework.
They did the work.
For
Well, did you know,
100.
also an aside, that Greta Gerwig, the director, she has the whole crew, including herself, dress up revolving whatever theme the movie is. Like Little Women, she had everyone dress up in that era of clothing. Barbie, she made everyone wear pink. She did prom, like a movie called Prom, and everyone wore prom clothing throughout filming. Yeah.
Wow.
No way.
They committed. Yeah. So
Whoa.
I learned that recently, and I was like,
Way to get in.
that's
Dang,
pretty
you know?
awesome.
Wow.
Way to
I like
represent.
that. But what a name.
We should-
Greta?
We should do
Greta.
that. We should wear like TED Talks. Oh, we talk about TED Talks.
Good one.
Yeah. Maybe that wouldn't work.
Like business clothes?
Like, we're TED Talks. How do we do that? Over here, like, mental gymnastics, trying to figure it out.
We have like screens.
Oh, no, and I'll,
timer.
can I have the remote?
She's the remote.
I'll be the remote.
I'll just be an X. I'll just
I'm
like
a
paint an
timer.
X on me.
You'll be the timer.
A spotlight.
my
Okay.
We're so dumb.
Gotta commit to the bit.
Did you redo it?
timer.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, something that I would not give a TED Talk on. Anything fashion or beauty. I don't know it. Can't do it.
I could probably finagle something about that. And
You could.
And
I'm
act
sure you
like
could.
I know
You
what
could
I'm
do like
talking about.
lingerie. I mean, that's like your job.
oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's saying. I feel like I'm not saying where it's like a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
That's me.
Because like I don't really have. This sounds so horrible, but like I don't feel like I'm really passionate about really anything. But like I like to know little things about everything. So like, but I'm not good at like one thing. I'm just kind of know things randomly.
Yeah, I tell people I'm mediocre at a lot of things, and I'm not really a master of anything.
Yeah.
I kind of just have my
You don't think you're a master of photography and like
No.
running a business?
no.
I know. Like,
I
because
feel
I was
like
like,
you
well,
are.
what do I like? I'm like, well, I like cutting hair, but am I the best at it? Could I give a TED Talk on it? No.
I could give a TED talk on like the benefits of like boudoir photography, but not. I can't tell you like the significance of like I can't do it like a grand metaphor on aperture and life.
Yeah.
I would
For sure.
nerd.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But actually, circling back, I'm sorry that I made fun of you earlier for having a favorite psychologist because I have many favorite photographers. So
Okay, but having a favorite photographer, and
I don't think
favorite
it's different.
psychologist-
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
not
Very
different. It's
different.
not. No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
do you have a favorite hair person?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we got her, boys.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to apologize. I want to.
I'm not apologizing.
I don't want to be canceled.
That's just so funny.
I don't want to be canceled for attacking because I do have a lot of favorite photographers. Anyway,
I would give a TED. I would give a TED Talk on why puns and dad jokes should be more culturally acceptable.
agreed. You would do really well with that. That's like
I would come.
I could see myself just like trying
just
to
being
like
Kim in
we-
the audience.
just
a
laugh.
tool.
They're funny. Like once you just commit, then they're funny. But we have this like cultural like thing holding us back because we can't laugh because they're dumb because the culture says the so. But they're actually really funny. Yeah. Anyway, that's part of my TED Talk.
I feel like I could give
Amen.
a TED Talk on just like how to have a conversation.
Oh.
Because I feel like there's a lot of people that are just missing some social cues. Okay, like I feel like now that like I've done this for my job for 7 months now, it's like I feel like I could teach somebody how to hold a conversation pretty well. But it's definitely one of those things where you either have it or you don't. But like maybe I could teach like the art of conversation because I feel like it's like a subtle thing.
That literally I just saw like a TED Talk with that title, The Art of
Me too,
Conversation.
actually.
Like that just sounds like such
Me
a
and
TED
Nat-
Talk title.
me and Nat were in the front row. I was there with the extra batteries for your remote.
Oh, cute.
That's a good because I will say this about Heidi. If nothing else, Heidi's a great communicator. Heidi will let you know what's up,
Yeah.
even if she doesn't want you to know what's up necessarily.
Yeah, my face shows it all.
No, but like that's
What's Ursula's line? Don't forget the importance of body
Body
language.
language. Yeah.
I love that.
Well, it's just
The
because,
power
like,
or something.
because like for my job now, it's like I have to teach conversation and social skills, but then like for cutting hair, it's almost like you have to be good at it
You
to be
do.
like a really good hairstylist. You have to be that like fun and outgoing, like bubbly person, be able to ask questions and ask the right questions and things like that. And like I feel like a lot of people just don't have it.
Yeah.
So it's like in hair school, you could tell the girls that had it and didn't. And a lot of them, maybe they weren't like me, like the best at hair, but they were good at conversation, and that made all the difference.
I feel like, yeah, because you and I have talked about that, like just being a social chameleon. And I feel like I could probably give a TED talk on the importance of that. Because I feel like if you're around someone that's not like super outgoing, doesn't want to like be in your face, you don't be in their face.
Yeah.
You gotta like get down to their level of social.
You have to read their body.
Yeah.
You know, like read
the
their
body,
like,
power
read
of
the room.
body language.
Okay, I actually love that because I feel like there's so many people that are like, you need to be your authentic self, like always. You need to always be yourself. And it's like, yes, be yourself always, but like we all kind of have different versions of ourselves.
And we should allow them to be like, you know,
Yeah.
however they are in that moment.
Yeah.
You should allow them to be that moment.
Yeah.
Whoever they are in that at
Yeah.
that time. Because I'm actually like reading this book while listening to it on the way to work. It's the like the second book to the Kiss Quotient, you know?
Yes.
So it's about like this autistic guy who just like can't handle touch. He can't handle like just like he's not good at speaking. He's like not good at putting like words into, you know, making sense of his like thoughts and things.
Yeah.
And so he just like says a whole bunch of stuff that like offends people and just like hurts their feelings, makes them cry, and he just like thinks that he's hopeless. Like he doesn't have any emotion because like one of his best friends like died and he just like didn't cry at all. So he's like, I have no capacity to love. And so like
Have you finished it?
no, not yet.
Okay, I was
but
gonna
like
say.
the girl in the story, she's like learning how to love him, and like he's kind of learning how to let her love him. So like it's just one of those things where it's important to be like, okay, like how can I show you? And it's the conversation, you know, the communication there where she's like giving him a haircut, and he's like, okay, but you have to do it a certain way. Let me show you.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where you have to like, okay, is this too light? You have to ask them questions like, am I doing enough? Am I not doing too much? You know, things like that.
I love that. I love those books. I can't wait for
They
you to
were
read the
really
third one.
good.
Very, very underrated author. And she's actually autistic, the one that writes it.
Really?
Yeah. She writes those books because she says it's important to talk about autistic people and how they navigate romantic relationships and how they navigate just life. Because later on in the book, he'll realize that he has emotions. He just
Yeah.
processes things differently.
Well,
And so
and
it's
he
just very
doesn't
beautiful.
realize he has them, but he's like,
Yeah.
but the
You
more he
just
gets
learn to recognize them.
he has to learn to recognize
Yes.
them.
And it's so sweet. And like the first book is about an autistic woman. And then, so the second book's an autistic guy. And they're all kind of in the same, like they're standalone, but they're connected.
Yeah.
If you've picked up on that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, very
And we probably should say people with autism,
people. Yes.
because
That's true.
that's
the correct
the
way.
correct way of saying it.
Yes. No, I love that.
Don't cancel me.
Apology video now.
James
no,
Charles.
But yeah, no, being a social chameleon, I feel like is important in, not just work, but in social situations. Like, I'm sure you guys have noticed with certain people, I'll act a certain way because they match my level of craziness. And then if I tone it down, sometimes.
Yeah, some people just like you click with, and other people you just have to try a little bit harder. And it's a little bit harder to get to know somebody or harder to talk with people, but it doesn't mean that you can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a little wacky. I know I'm a lot. So I have to, like, give myself, like, I know I can be, like, 65% with some people. Or, like, with some clients, I'll have to, like, tone myself down. Or, like, if they're if I pick up that they're more comfortable with me being weird, then I'm like, all right, turn it up to 100. I'm going to be
Yeah.
weird AF. And
Yeah.
it works out. So I think that's something that we need, that I can do a TED Talk on. Being a social chameleon.
That's a good one.
I also put down the joy of being an introvert. with a subtopic talking about how I miss quarantine. Okay, listen. I have to clarify myself. I don't miss COVID. I miss being at home.
And having an excuse to be at home.
Yeah.
And having an excuse to get
And
out of social
everybody-
situations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. The people that you actually like are fine being around are like the ones that are around you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like, yeah, I miss the days of like, oh, I can't go. I have COVID. Or Jeff has COVID. We're like, man, he has COVID like every month. Yeah, it's weird.
He's been really sick for a really long time. It's a weird little bug.
It's a weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
get that. Honestly.
Yeah.
I understand.
I put that because I think it's underrated being an introvert. We can talk about extroversion and how great it is, I'm sure, but
There
introversion's
actually is a TED Talk.
Oh.
It's something about like the power of being introverted.
great. You read-
We
oh,
watched it in my psychology high school class, and I loved it because obviously very introverted in high school, and like you just see it just seems like in the world they're just the people that are like in the front and like that are brought right to your attention are like those that are extroverted because they put themselves there and they're okay being in the spotlight. But the TED Talk goes through and talks about like the things that introverts bring to the table that extroverts might not. And yeah.
And like a lot of the time, yeah, they may be the forefront of like a business or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily mean that like introverts aren't doing a lot of the work behind the scenes.
Well, and it
True.
actually went through and named a lot of people that like you think they might be extroverted, but they're actually introverted, or people that have had huge impacts on society and the world that were introverted because of
well,
things
it's
they
like
did.
Kim, you thought that I was extroverted when we did our like
Mhm.
that episode. But it's like people can have extroverted moments or like be
Yeah.
extroverted with like people.
You
certain
could be an
people.
outgoing introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's like Jeff would always, when we were in the same singles ward, he was always like, you're so definitely extroverted. And I was like, I am not. Like, it's very uncomfortable for me, but I like want to get out there and
No,
meet
he's
people
always like,
and make
Natalie's
friends.
my popular sister. Like, she always has
No, but like
friends.
I was definitely introverted. I had friends because a group of extroverts picked me up and just like carried me along with them.
Aw,
That's why.
like a dog.
I was in the sidecar and they were always in the motorcycles.
there's
not the
this
side
quote
call.
that's like, I'm that introverted person where it's like I don't want to ask for a ketchup packet because like I don't want to like inconvenience people. But the minute my friend needs ketchup, I'm out of my seat.
That's
You
me
know,
too.
like that's so me.
Yeah.
Like I just
is
can
not
take
me.
charge with certain people because like
Yeah.
they're
I'm like the defender of other introverts and shy people.
Me?
But when it comes for
Advocate.
myself, I'm like,
That's why
like
you're
I
the
don't need it.
advocate.
Yeah.
No, that's how I am, but I also do have a Karen mode that I turn on
Yeah.
and
I saw-
can ask.
I
things.
saw this really sad reel where it was like when you see someone going out of their way to make sure everyone's included and you know that it's because they weren't included in a lot of times in their life. And I was like, wait.
you make me feel
I
bad.
know. I was like, oh man.
Is that why I'm not
Uh.
inclusive? Because I was always included? Just kidding.
But that's
I try
totally
to be
me. Like
inclusive.
I was always the kid that I saw somebody in the corner or somebody just that didn't have anyone, and I would always go and talk to them. I was just felt bad.
You still are that kid. Kid.
Okay,
All right, hit us with the
what
question.
is the name for a group of porcupines?
Okay.
Is it a sprinkle,
I wanted to be sprinkled so bad.
Me too.
a prickle,
No.
or a prick?
I want it to be sprinkle. Can I just manifest sprinkle into our sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Final answer. Just kidding. It's probably
It's a
prick.
prickle.
Oh, the prickle! You gotta be kidding me!
I just love prickles and porcupines.
That's hilarious.
I
Oh
know.
my
That's
gosh.
cute. That's actually cute. Prickle.
A little prickle. Yeah. I saw it and I was like, I have to do this one. And I came up with sprinkle and prick on my own.
You did.
Of course you did. I was wondering.
I was like, what
so
does
funny.
it sound like? A sprinkle.
A pickle.
Yeah, anyway.
That's funny.
Not me just chanting sprinkle for the last 5 minutes and being wrong. Okay, the benefits of watching SpongeBob SquarePants. I wrote that down as a TED Talk. Okay, I have a rant. We can get into it.
I kind of want to
later.
hear this. Maybe we should have an episode where we just give like 1 minute TED Talks on things.
Oh my gosh, we should. Yeah, I have a lot of TED Talks then. Also, why Minnie Mouse is the worst.
Yeah.
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 What was my other
Why
one?
Kevin Jonas is the best Jonas brother.
How
Another
everyone
one.
pretends to love Mickey and Minnie, but nobody does.
But nobody actually likes them. Yeah. It's so
Yeah.
true. Nobody ever is like, my favorite Disney character is Mickey and Minnie.
It's always
Yeah.
Goofy,
Yeah.
and that's correct.
But like Mickey Mouse is always there at Disneyland. Everyone's like,
I lose
then
my mind
it's
over
like-
Daisy Duck. You best believe. I'm
Yeah.
like looking for
I'm
her.
over there at like Pluto, and I'm like, yeah, Pluto! Pluto! You can't even talk, boy! Like, come on!
can we just talk about Pluto?
How he's a
and
dog?
The Goofy Pluto situation.
Yeah.
Because it's just hilarious.
They're both dogs, but one is a slave.
Walt was probably just like, just like writing the characters. Oh man.
Just like, yeah, because that makes sense. We'll just like make one that doesn't
I've-
talk and one that does.
And then how they're all the same size. Like
Yeah.
Mickey and Minnie are a mouse, and they're as big as Goofy, who's a dog.
No,
Well,
he's not.
Goofy's tall.
Goofy's tall.
I'm
Maybe
picturing
a duck.
the Mickey
But they're
Mouse
like pretty
clubhouse.
much the same
I'm saying-
size.
okay, yeah, but they
Oh,
like made
yeah.
Mickey really big.
They did.
I'm now just like realizing that.
Now he's supposed to be a
actually.
mouse.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's freaky.
I bet one of the Imagineers was like, how about this? And then Walt was just like, that's funny.
Yeah,
Put it.
because now I'm picturing like the the opening credits where he's like whistling. He's like,
Yeah.
wow, I can't whistle, but he's like,
That was really good.
And he's like driving the
and
boat.
he's driving the boat.
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be driving
Steamboat
the boat. You should be like on the floor.
He should be under the boat, like in the
Imagine
little...
seeing a mouse that big.
I
Wow.
would.
Ah!
Let's not talk
And
about
then, and then
that.
it's like, howdy, folks. Yeah.
This little
Anyway.
voice.
Bacon. Oh, I could give a TED talk on the things I've thinked. Wow. The
Whoa.
things I've thought about while driving to work.
Oh, I could do that too.
Just random stuff.
I've had like really profound conversations
My
with
shower
myself.
thoughts that I think are so important. Yeah.
Okay, my bathtub thoughts are where it's at. Shower, I'm like in and out of there, getting, my stuff done. Bathtub thoughts though, oh man. Oh man. Good thoughts in there with Kim. Good thinking time.
Good vibes only.
Good vibes.
I
only.
could not give a TED talk on how to ask for help.
Oh,
Enough said.
It's true.
it's true. Cause same.
But I could give a TED talk on why sports players make way too much money.
Oh, me too. And I don't even
yeah.
watch sports. I think I brought it up yesterday. I was like, well, it doesn't even matter because he makes millions of dollars in one season. So, because your dad was getting all up in arms about Rudy Gobert and
Like his
Donovan
contract or
Mitchell,
something.
just like how they both suck
Oh.
In the playoffs.
on the playoff season or playoff part of the season. And I'm like, well, it doesn't matter because they're still making
Yeah.
millions of dollars.
Yep.
Seriously.
For what?
Yeah.
Dribbling a basketball?
Yeah. No matter how well they do in a game, it's like they still make $1 million.
I just don't think they should make that much. Like their contracts. If they want to like advocate for themselves and do something on the side, like LeBron has done or Kobe, and like build business because of their fame and stuff, they're welcome to do that. But I think the contracts are just way too much. But
Agreed.
anyway.
I could do one about the importance of napping and how I think we should have kept that going. Why did it stop after 5 years old? Why can't we just continue that?
It's true.
Or
It's true.
I could do one on the importance of everybody knowing at least some basic psychology. I think it's really important.
Same. I think that'll help with social things too.
I could not give a TED talk on how to save money.
You already said that.
Yeah, you already said that. Finance.
Finance. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you started with
She
that.
double could not. All right.
That's
So in case you-
specifically. Finance is a whole other thing.
In case you weren't listening, she cannot talk about finance.
I really can't.
You can have a TED talk on when you like in a few years down the road, you can talk about your road to financial mastery,
Ooh.
manifesting it.
Whoa.
Yep, thank you. I need it.
It's like me with the shuffling of the cards.
Yeah, because you can't save money yet.
Yeah.
Carol Dweck, The Power of Yet. Anyway,
Yeah. Carol Dweck.
Carol
My
Dweck.
girl.
My girl. Shout out to
go watch
her.
her TED talk.
Watch her TED Talk.
Right. Do you have more?
I have more that I can do.
Go for it.
So I can do a TED Talk on the power of making fun of yourself.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good one,
important.
actually.
It's important.
How to
'cause
laugh at yourself.
how to laugh at yourself is
Yeah.
so important. That actually was a TED Talk that I think I watched, was laughing at yourself. And also with that, oh gosh, the art of not taking yourself too seriously.
Okay.
I feel like that's important. I put books, but I didn't elaborate. So reading is cool. Stay in school, kids.
Oh my gosh.
Read books.
Every time I think of like stay in school, I always think about She's the Man when she's like changing in the
Oh, yeah, she's like-
carnival, and she has like the like sideburn on the
Yeah.
kid's face.
She just grabs it.
Just like can't
The
get
kid's
over
just
it.
like,
It almost like made me gag, just like thinking that.
Oh
There's
my
like
God.
this thing on her face.
we need to do a family She's the Man costume.
That'd be so fun.
We could all be different people.
It's
That
true.
would be fun, man.
Nora has to be the little girl with the sideburn on her face. And Baylor has to be the coach, the angry coach. I have a vision. I'll send you the list. Yeah. I mean, I also wrote down self-love, but that goes without saying. Taking care of yourself.
Cool.
Loving it. Thanks for listening to Discussions. Follow us on Instagram at Discussions Podcast and slide into our DMs to tell us what you would like to hear on the show. Tune in next week for another episode with your favorite sisters.